I was hooking up with this chick. One day she was on the phone with her family in Jamaica, and she was really in the middle of a heated conversation. Tell that clot girl me know what. I really had no idea what the she was saying. I'm like, wow. So wait, break that down. She started breaking down a lot of shit. I'm like, how do you say this? Jano star. How do you say that? Up like 7. Oh. So like for like a week, like I was really on a Jamaican tip. And that just happened to be the week of the Golden Globes.
My father Tom Hanks presenting in a what soon forward come. Big up the whole island, massive. It's your boy Chet Hanks.
I turned my phone on and the video had gone totally viral.
Yeah, that's Chet, you guys. I am shook and frankly, hella confused.
The irony that, like, you know, the whitest woman alive on E.T. is criticizing Chet Hanks for doing patois and doing, like, arguably a decent job at it. Let's be fucking real, okay? I've talked about this already. While simultaneously saying, I am shook and hella confused. It's like, okay, well, you know, you're also doing the same shit. And not even as, like, authentic as he is doing it.
I had Jamaicans blowing up my Instagram. Respect, General. Come to the island. You know what I mean? Jamaican people showed me the most love, hands down. But then you got all these social justice warriors in America saying that I'm a f***ing villain.
How do you feel about the idea of cultural appropriation overall?
I don't f***ing know, dude.
I'm sorry, dude. But, like, that's my fucking take too. Sometimes I don't fucking know, dude.
Fucking bullfighting. I can fly to Spain and go.
Okay, that's not my take.
If I want to go talk to a matador and say, hey bro, can you teach me how to fucking fight the bulls? And he's like, hell yeah, bro. Here, put this on. He's stoked that I'm stoked. Some asshole out there is gonna say I'm fucked up because I'm culturally appropriating the matador culture. But I'm not even like mad though, because all these haters.
Bro, white people can never comprehend this argument for some fucking weird reason. Like, Jamaicans love it. My dad always tells me Jamaica's all types of culture anyway. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's the same with, like, it's mostly just like people living in America that get mad at this shit. It's the same concept as, like, at the peak of, like, SJW hysteria stuff back in, like, fucking 2016, I would say, around that time, people would get mad at you for wearing a fucking kimono. And I think that was a turning point for me when there was, like, so many people that were, like, frustrated with me because I posted, like, a fucking photo of myself wearing a kimono, and they're like, dude, you're doing cultural appropriation. I was like, no. And that was, like, one of the first instances where I, like, was like, no, I'm not gonna fucking, no, I'm done. I'm not listening to you. You're crazy. I remember looking into the whole kimono situation, and it was that, like, Japanese kimono manufacturers in Kyoto were legitimately extremely excited about the fact that cultural appropriation was happening because it revitalized the entire industry. But it was Japanese Americans instead that were frustrated with people wearing kimonos. And even then I was like, no. So there are instances where it's like cultural appropriation is an understandable part of living in an international globalist world. Okay. There are instances where it's like cultural appropriation that goes beyond, and most of that revolves around, like, people being still oppressed for the similar things that they do. Natural hair for black folk, for example. Like, this is still something that black people are absolutely oppressed for in many parts of the country, where you will get fucking owned. They will kick you out of school, or they'll tell you to fucking, you know, put your hair down, shit like that. And then when white people do it, it is seen as a cause for celebration. There are certain things that go beyond the difference, okay? That go beyond just like normal cultural appreciation, or even like fucking biting off people's styles. But I think that there needs to be, like, ongoing oppression for that exact same thing. That's why I get annoyed at, like, cultural appropriation is like one of those instances where I'm just like, oh, dude, it's tiresome. It not only cares about sociocultural issues when it's about black people, but takes advantage of Asian lack of platforms. Yeah, totally. Aren't you just doing the white method of speaking over Asian Americans and only listen to Asians who don't understand the dynamics or power or cultural power in the West? Okay. If you are an Asian person, explain to me, are you actually fucking offended when someone wears a kimono? Like, and explain to me why. It's not even just like Asian, it's Japanese specifically, but I'm Japanese and can confirm we're usually just happy that others enjoy and appreciate our culture when out of respect. I feel like putting it at the same level of, like, blackface, or at the same level as I don't know, like fucking dreadlocks, or at the same level as, like, numerous other things that are, like, ongoing issues, is kind of silly. Asian people are oppressed in this country. I think that the model minority concept is inherently an oppressive one. Things that I talk about regularly, but, like, don't fucking feed into that by unironically becoming the Asian person that literally fucking ends up like devaluing other races that are going through different kinds of oppression. I was wearing dreads out of admiration any different from wearing kimono out of admiration? I already told you. I think it is about ongoing oppression. Maybe I'm wrong for this, and maybe, you know, some Japanese Americans are gonna get mad at me, but like a Japanese person wearing a kimono does not draw the same amount of ire as a black person wearing their hair natural. There is no defending white people with dreads. It's just like, even then, I make fun of it. Like, I think it's kind of clownish behavior, right? But ultimately, it's not like the fucking worst kind of like oppression or anything like that either. It's not my place, so people will get mad at me regardless. But it's a natural byproduct of integration. So it's okay for the black person to wear the wig of white girl's hair, but not okay for white people to wear dreads. If you can't comprehend the difference between black people versus white people and how reverse racism is not a real thing, because like not a single white person in the history of fucking white folk have ever been fucking oppressed for having white hair, okay, like straight hair. Like that's never happened. Like, and if you have to make something up in your mind to like justify it or try to make it the exact same, then you already have your answer. They're still telling like grade schoolers to go back home or cutting their fucking hair because they're wearing it naturally. And you're over here like, I don't understand. Like that's never happened to a white girl for having white hair, what you consider to be white hair. But I see the other side of this too, and it really fucking makes me mad because I see the other side of it. I am assimilated to American culture, and I understand that like there is natural collaboration and assimilation, exploitation, integration is just a natural part of people living with one another in diverse communities. Okay, this happens either as a consequence of trade or it happens as a consequence of war. This is how culture has always existed throughout time. So I also get very frustrated when people make it seem like that should not happen. 90% of like Spanish cuisine would not exist in the way that it does, or even fucking Italian food, or even Latino cuisine. Like a lot of that is directly a consequence of cultural, I don't know what the proper word is. I don't know if it's appropriation or not, but like it's Spanish colonization. Where did the fucking Spanish get it from? The Muslims, the Arabs, the fucking Middle Easterners. Cultural exchange occurs naturally always, and it creates wonderful new creations. Why do you think the Al Pastor taco is like identical to the fucking shawarma doner and a hero? Like, what do you think that? How do you think that happened? Culture is meant to be fucking shared. I get really frustrated whenever people make it seem like it's not supposed to be that way. Some of you motherfuckers want everybody to eat boiled eels, dude. You can't do that to white people, okay? That's the real white genocide. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if like all white people only ate fucking, you know, jellied eels, dude? That'd be terrible, dude. Poor British people. Holy fuck. I feel like that's kind of subjective. You saw that chatter who got mad at you. I think it's one more oppressed, but it's just silly. And you think it looks silly when white people have dreads, but like, I don't know if they're not doing it out of hate, but I don't think it's bad. As a Turk, I appreciate other people repping my culture. Yeah, we're in a different situation though. I get that. I don't give a fuck. I love when fucking people appropriate Turkish culture, dude. It's my favorite fucking thing. Think about how much Turks love Felix rocking the fucking Turkish flag and shit. It's wonderful. And same with like Mexican people that I know at least, right? Like even Chicanos that live in a lot of Chicanos, like they fucking don't hate when people are appropriating Mexican culture and shit. It's like more often than not, it's like white people that get fucking mad at me, not like Latino people. I hate this issue so much though, because ultimately it's like the most rad lib fucking shit. It's the most rad lib shit. It's just like, it's marginal, it's insignificant, it's hyper individualistic. Both the reception of it is hyper individualistic, the manifestation of it is hyper individualistic. It's like it exclusively focuses on like a singular person, a singular act, and another person taking offense to that singular act. So it's just like, I don't know. It's such an unproductive conversation.
Big up the whole island, them, man.
Just don't do that. Don't even do that.
So what was it like for you growing up as the son of a prominent celebrity?
And it was really kind of like a double-edged sword. People assume, and I just lived this life, like super privileged life, like Richie Rich, you know what I mean? And that just wasn't the case. And it was actually the opposite.
Damn, I got these bitches shook. Damn, I can read you like a book.
They never fucking gave me an allowance. I don't know if I'm the brokest rich kid or the richest broke kid. I love my mom and dad a lot, but it was kind of inevitable that I rebelled because they had me like on a really short leash. They're like really like goody square, you know, Boy Scout, Eagle Scout, Scouts Honor type people, you know what I mean? And that was never my vibe. For example, like when I got caught smoking weed, right? My mom was out in absolute hysterics. Oh God! You know what I mean? Like it was bad. I got sent away to a fucking wilderness program when I was 17. It was 4 a.m, the lights flip on, there's 2 huge dudes in my room.
Oh shit. Okay. That is the one way that like rich white kids, it's just rich kids in general get fucked, dude. That's the one type of rich kid oppression, dude, is when they fucking do those wilderness programs. Those things are crazy, dude. Didn't that happen to you? No, dude. My mom sent me to fucking a similar type of camp, but like she thought it was just like normal fucking wilderness camp. You know what I mean? She wasn't like, no, it wasn't fat camp. No. Outward Bound is what I did. And it was fucked up, but like people were doing it willingly. You know what I mean? That wasn't like a fucking, it wasn't like one of those wilderness programs. She still to this day, I was like, Mom, I can't believe you sent me to that thing. And she's like, I didn't know. I thought it was good.
Do you think you would have succeeded to the same degree on social media if you were a blank slate?
Probably not. That's why I'm saying it has pros and cons. It has advantages and disadvantages. People assume that because like my dad is super famous that like everybody would like want to be my friend and be like kissing my ass, and that just wasn't the case. The logical reaction is for someone to assume that like I must be like a real cocky, arrogant, spoiled brat, like piece of shit. Like people were inclined to hate my guts. I just internalized it, and it just developed me to kind of like have a really negative chip on my shoulder.
What is the earliest instance you can remember that someone treated you super weird because you were Tom Hanks' son?
I was nice with Foursquare. I beat this kid in a game of Foursquare, and he got super pissed that I beat him. And he was like, "You just think you're so fucking cool because your dad's famous." You know what I mean? And I was like, man, that had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Damn, dude, that's oppression, dog. What the fuck? This kid didn't give me my W when I was fucking clapping his ass cheeks on Foursquare, dude. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Chet grew up rough, dude. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, this is the origin story of a guy. The kind of oppression that he faced is crazy. Here you guys are making fun of him and stuff, but...
It's Chet Hanks, baby. Follow me. Last night was crazy, just made it home.
Low key, if he was legitimately oppressed, like he might have made like some better art. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but this is a great signifier that like you experienced a relatively pampered life. Okay.
What is White Boy Summer?
White Boy Summer is me.
Booyaka, booyaka.
White Boy Summer is fun, inclusive. I'm not talking about like Trump, NASCAR type white. I'm talking about, me, John B., Jack Harlow. It's the white boys that are tuned into the black girl magic. That's really what White Boy Summer is all about.
How long have you preferred black queens?
As long as I can remember. Black girl magic is a very real thing.
What is it?
Magic.
Can you describe it with your body language? What'd you think about the picture of Adele with the Jamaica bra?
Yeah, Adele did do that. That was pretty funny. It's just like, you look like a clown, dude. That's what it is. I think that's and most people recognize that. White people look at that and go, you kind of look like a clown. And a lot of black people look at that and go, you kind of look like a clown. And then there are people that get mad at it. And then white people go, wait a minute. The blacks are angry at this issue, so now I have to take a strong stance in opposition. It's like, dude, why? Like, you were clowning on it last week, but now you're like, because black people are upset about it, now you gotta fucking, take a hardline stance? Like, come on, dude.
Have you written any bars recently that you're hyped about? You can spit for us?
I could just spit some freestyle bars.
For sure, that'd be good.
Okay, we're chilling on my balcony. I'm doing an interview with you, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? You're that dude. You got a biker hat on. What's that about? Is it for the clout? It say Route 66. I pick up sticks. I might pick up your bitch in a fly ass whip. You know what I mean? I might go do some burpees right outside of my shit.
Bro, that's fucked up. Oh no, Andrew, what did you do to this man? Okay, it's over. No, White Boy Summer is literally, it's never been dead before this moment. It's done. It's Talib Boy Summer now, dude. It's over. This entire time we thought it was the fucking White Boy Summer's Pashtun Boy Summer the entire time. right before our eyes. Those are the weakest bars, dude. What the fuck? That is devastating, dude. That's worse than Chet Hanks' long and documented history of defending the right to say the N-word, okay? I don't know what else to say about it other than it's fucking done, dude. Done data.
You know what I'm saying? I got a bitch, she's gorgeous. I'm trying to make it to the Forbes list. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling on my porch, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. Yesterday we watched The Cost of Concordia, a YouTube video by the internet historian that documented a act of pure chaos, an act of like just awful, complete breakdown of a fucking cruise liner that led to 33 people dying. One of those 33 people that died inside that cruise liner exhibited an incredibly impressive feat of human strength, staying back and trying to save people. I have not seen such a powerful feat of human strength until I watched Andrew not laugh throughout this entire fucking rap beat video, entire part of the video where...
And I'm just trying to keep it cool, laid back.
I don't know how he did this. I don't know how he didn't laugh. I don't know how there's not even a chuckle, a guffaw. Just absolutely legendary, incredible fucking demonstration of human resilience, restraint.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling on my porch, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, this is worse than him saying the N-word, I think. It's a joke. Please don't get mad at me. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, this is a hate crime. That is a hate crime. I'm sorry.
I gotta write it. I just recite it, and every time I recite it, I ignite it. You know what I mean? I ignite it. Because it's lit. You know what I mean?
He's trying so hard to, like, get some positive feedback, too. He's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on, Andrew. You know what I fucking mean, right? Please. Oh, God.
And I'm really with the shits.
And we don't give two shits.
We don't give two shits.
And we about to hit up yo bitch.
We about to pull up with yo bitch.
With yo bitch. White boy summer on a broke bitch.
Woo!
Come on, man.
We're at Venice Beach. That's Chet. I'm Andrew. He's doing 100 burpees. I can only do 30, but tomorrow I'm gonna do 40. So give me all of you in exchange for me. Hey, pop that shit up, man. Yeah, come on, man.
Every time I watch one of Andrew's videos, I'm like, I wish it was longer. Chet seems like a fun guy. Oh, 100%. He honestly seems fun to hang out with. Absolutely. Anyone who says Chet Hanks is not like a fun dude to hang out with is lying, okay? And yes, I think that includes black people as well. There's no shot. Is there anyone in this chat that was like, yeah, dude, fucking sucks? Maybe women. That makes sense, actually. Oh, Noir, cultural appropriation. Who gets the pass? Let's watch.
And a couple days ago, singer Adele posted a picture in Bantu knots and a Jamaican flag bikini top in celebration of the Notting Hill Carnival in London. Now, as you can imagine, as soon as she did that, the internet practically broke in half because, first of all, how this? And a couple people wanted to know my thoughts on this because obviously I'm a Jamaican American and I do social and cultural commentary, so this is pretty much right up my alley. In this picture, Adele looks absolutely ridiculous. But is this cultural appropriation? I view cultural appropriation as taking culture from another group, especially, but not exclusively, from a group whose culture has been scorned by the masses and claiming it as your own and or trying to profit off of it. So for example, 2013 Miley Cyrus. Sometimes I wonder if that shit was like a fever dream or some type of social experiment. She was wearing grills, twerking all over the place, merging hip-hop influence into her music, stealing lines from reggae songs, and wearing dreadlocks. She cherry-picked all of her favorite aspects of black culture.
The funniest thing was then, like, the heel turn. She literally was like, I'm gonna fucking do the culture vulture thing. I'm going to appropriate black culture. I'm going to capitalize on that. I'm going to use that as a phase to like remove the Hannah Montana image that I have. And then I'm going to, boom, flip the script back and go back to white. Like at least Chet Hanks still lives it. You know what I mean? At least Chet Hanks is still like, yeah, I'm fucking clown. But also like, you know, whatever. Like this is me. I'm going to try to freestyle rap. One of the things that people always say, and I'm sorry, I know I'm talking over a black female content creator on an issue that she knows better about. And I don't know if she's going to get to this or not. But one of the things that people say all the time, you can tomorrow not wear dreads and, you know, put on a fucking suit and be pictured by society as a clean-cut white person. Like, black people don't have the capacity to do that. They're still seen as black people, even tomorrow. Like, it doesn't matter. No matter what happens, black people are still going to be victim to racism. It's not like something you can, you know, put on. Like, blackness is not something you can put on like makeup for a day. You're going to be white tomorrow when you choose no longer to be appropriating black culture. Black people don't have that same kind of privilege, I guess. That's literally what Miley Cyrus did. That is literally what Miley Cyrus did, where she was just like, she picked and chose parts of black culture that she wanted to appropriate. And then after that like phase was done and she, you know, ate up the media benefits of it, she literally went back and did like country, right?
And she used these tactics to revive her career that for all intensive purposes was done. And it worked. That is basically textbook definition cultural appropriation. But Adele wearing Bantu knots, even if she was just wearing it on some chill shit, those Bantu knots are not the reason for her Grammys or for her immense success or for her relevance as a whole. And when we think about the image of Adele, the last thing on our minds is some Bantu knots. So no, it wasn't appropriation. She might say it was appreciation. I just say she was doing the fucking most, but definitely not appropriation, at least not to me. That being said, whether it's textbook appropriation or just doing the most, there's an offensive nature in both. Black people are allowed to be offended by both if they want to. Have we ever seen any celebrity or public figure get canceled for anything of the sort? We have seen them paint their faces black. We have seen them call black women with a hard R. We have seen them become alleged billionaires simply off of their ability to closely mimic and blatantly steal the images and ideas of black people. Have we ever seen any of them or their careers have to suffer any real consequences for their actions? So why would anyone assume that good girl Adele Shellyan would be canceled for wearing Bantu knots? Cancel culture doesn't exist. It's a fallacy. Because people don't want change behavior. They don't want to see integrity and growth. They just want the opportunity to publicly bully someone popular for clout without consequence.
How is cancel culture not real? They canceled our president. My man said they canceled our president, dude. If the president is fucking canceled and they're still the president, there is perhaps no better example that cancel culture is not a real thing. Do you understand that? Like, you're still literally the most powerful person on the planet. Like, that's how fucking little cancel culture is a real thing. That's how fake cancel culture is. That the president is canceled in the eyes of whatever that fucking chatter was saying.